Actually, I think 2019, we was looking for a place to do some lessons, free music lessons for kids and everything. A lot of the schools, I mean, unfortunately, do not have access or resources to the things that we have. There is a void to fill in the community. We have seen a tremendous growth in students. We've had several testimonies from parents around this community in the Woodlawn and Eastlake community say that because of the program and being at EVA, they were able to pass a quiz or improve on test scores, that their creativity just get better. Even with this particular program, I would say about 3 to 4 students have received full scholarships through our program, so we were able to help them to move to the next level.
You know, you can come to East Village Arts and play something that is different, and different is welcome here. You know, diversity is welcome here. What East Village Arts kind of provides is the other. You know, there's lots of venues in Birmingham or anywhere, but there's not venues that allow you to color outside the lines.
People to find out, okay, this is a place we can let our hair down. You know, it's not one person's church. It's all of our living rooms. It's our listening room, and we can talk. We're not here just to sell, you know, little crafts and stuff. We're here to actually show art that's not going to get shown anywhere else in our city, but that we consider is important.
EVA helps out a lot of artists and creatives to have a space to do what they desire.
And there's so much to our artistic legacy that I wish people knew more about. It's so rich, it's so deep. People like LaDonna Smith and Davey Williams, who are doing the Improviser, and LaDonna, who runs East Village Arts here today, they were a part of a group of people, an older generation who I saw around town doing amazing work with, again, every form of art. It wasn't just music, it wasn't just visual arts. It's an amazing thing that they were doing sort of on their own, and were just motivated to do it because they cared. And so when you see people doing that and investing in the community in that way, it's inspiring. Without people like that in our community, you don't have a space like East Village Arts.
The idea of losing East Village Arts would be like losing our voice. Without a voice, who are we? If somebody said one day, there is no more music, there is no more art, there's no more theater, what would you do? How, you know, people will be dying for a way to communicate. There needs to be spaces like this for the people that are experimenting, pushing the envelope, trying things that are different that wouldn't be necessarily welcome.
Trying to keep something like this alive for as long as they have. I mean, it's a really big task. I mean, it's, you know, to keep the lights on, to keep the air conditioning going, to have events, to, you know, do programming. It's a lot of work, and a lot of it's thankless, and there's not very much money in it.
Well, you know, we never had any money to start with. We've always been volunteer. We've never had a paid executive. People volunteer here because they realize that the work is important, and we need a place like this. Our executive director has enormous qualifications. He's an engineer. He has really helped us with our building problems. He's also, being a mathematician, PhD, he's quite good at administrative work. He's retired now, and this would be very important to support him. East Village Arts is in an older theater. This is a theater district. It's a historic district. And so, yeah, we have some problems with the roof. We'd like to have our restrooms handicapped accessible. We have to change the door, therefore there's some structural stuff that we could do, you know, with sufficient support. And if we had a young student who would handle our social media and our Instagram and all that, they need support. They are going to spend time learning who we are. And then that would be a way that we could support students. So having these extra talents, you know, it's not just about the artists, but it's about involving the community too.
So Mr. Lee Shook pulled off the impossible just a couple weeks ago. And to be honest, when he announced that he was gonna try to get this on Rotworks right here, I thought, I've done some events before. It's cutting it pretty close. I don't know if he's gonna be able to pull this off. And boy, did he do it.
We did the Sun Ra Day Festival here in Birmingham, celebrating the legacy of Sun Ra, which was a huge undertaking, and so many people around the community rallied to the cause and to support it and fund it and to pull it off. And we had all these incredible arts venues, not just East Village Arts. We had Sidewalk Cinema, we had the Nick, we had the Alabama Jazz Hall of Fame, and House of Found Objects, and Saturn. And it was a real community-wide effort to do something awesome, in Birmingham. But we got to say goodbye to them here at East Village Arts. Our going away party for the orchestra was in this very building. That's not going to happen anywhere else in the country. Yeah, we did that here in Birmingham because this is where Sun Ra's from, and this is where LaDonna's from, this is where Craig is from, this is where Davy Williams is from. This is what East Village Arts is about. This right here, this is about community, this is about supporting each other, highlighting each other, and to preserve that cultural legacy. And to do it in such a cool way like that was like, yes, it's like, this is the Birmingham I love.
Seeing so many creative people come together in a very short time frame, it was like one of those things where I felt like, oh, anything's possible if you just believe in it.
It's so important that we keep places like this alive because there aren't that many of them, and so when you lose one, it's a huge loss to the community.
It's really going to take the community to come together to save our arts organizations, and East Village Arts is one of the important ones in Birmingham.
Recently, even last night, we had Bards and Brews here. The library is also said they've already been warned that they're going to have their funding cut. They're looking for a reasonably cheap or free place to do their program. They were just thrilled to find a place with a wonderful acoustic and an informal environment that they can run their program. So there's a number of other organizations that we can support.
Artists, I think, classically they'll make and produce art no matter what. They're gonna find a way to do it, but funding helps people to realize their vision the way they want to do it, with less limitations.
Without people helping each other and to help promote each other and put a spotlight on each other and what people are doing, it can't function as a sort of cultural economy. So it's so important for us to show up for each other, and that's one of the things I and people here at East Village Arts and so many others around Birmingham, Alabama have tried to do in their own way.
The value of an open, comfortable, homespun space that welcomes everyone elevates not just the local artists or the musicians or the poets or the spoken word performance, but the conversations.
When people, I don't know, 10 or 20, maybe 30 years from now, are able to fully grasp what was done here through their efforts, people are going to be blown away because it's just the type of thing that it happens in New York, it happens in LA, it happens in Paris, but it happened here in Birmingham, Alabama. I got to learn from the best, and so I in my own way hope to be able to carry that forward into the future and to help pass on their legacy to others. And hopefully there's going to be another younger person that comes behind me who wants to learn about it, and you pass that knowledge on, and they get inspired and they want to go do something, and they start the next East Village Arts or Improviser somewhere else. And so that's what it's all about. It's about passing that torch. But it shouldn't have to be that that happens after something like East Village Arts closes. Like, we need to keep these things alive now, keep the legacy alive now. Like, don't wait for it to be too late. Let's all get behind these organizations that are doing this hard work, and it is hard work.
We are a well-kept secret, but we don't want to be a well-kept secret. We want to be here for everybody.